Again, I've also noted that since this regime came into power, if you remember at the beginning, the president was a globetrotter. He was all over the country, all over the world, all over the continent. And in some of the meetings, there are some things that he said that were a little belittling, in my opinion, to other presidents. For example, when he talked about the fact that presidents from Africa would be invited to a meeting when only one one president comes, one head of state to show up from the developed countries, and then all of them would be there, 20, 30, 40 of them. I mean, that was, it may have had some sense, but in essence, it was condescending on those that had already been in office longer than him. Okay. So I think there are certain attitudes about, the way he's postured over the period when he was elected that may have also created bad blood. You know, people never need to tell you to their face that they are unhappy about the things you've done, but they wait for the opportunity to come and, pay back time. I think some of those countries may have reacted also to the attitude of the president over the period. So I think, in my opinion, Kenya Kwanza did support the bid of Raila Amolo Odinga. Maybe if it was another regime, he would have won.
If it was another regime, he would have won.
First, let me just say that this wasn't even a loss for Raila Amolo Odinga. It was really a loss for Kenya. Because Raila wasn't there as a candidate, as an individual. This is not a normal election like the ones we present ourselves to the public and then they vote for you. This is an election where countries take a position and they decide which country they would support. So basically it's really a loss for the country, and I feel that it's unfortunate that some of the things that you've talked about here, like the issue of the Francophone countries, just because they speak French and we speak English, they ganged up to support a candidate from the region. But other than that, I think I think the Kenya Kwanza government, because that's a government in place, that's a government that was running this campaign. I think they bungled this campaign, in my opinion. And I'll say this, there are times when you go for elections, and I'll try and connect this to even our own elections as individuals. There are people who can give you a lot of money to support your candidacy, but if they show up, if they turn up, if they are seen in the campaign trail, or if they get a mic, you lose that election. Now, there are several things that I think Kenya Kwanza have done wrong. One is how they're managing the issues of the local issues that are in DRC. Because these are people, there's two countries here with some kind of conflict, Rwanda and DRC Congo. And Kenya should not have, at this particular point in time, should not have been seen to have taken a position. You should have seemed to be very neutral. And you notice that DRC would attend a meeting of SADC, but not attend a meeting of EAC, chaired by our president. So I think already in that kind of conflict, you end up losing maybe one or both of the countries. So I think that was a blunder. The other one is that SADC did what is expected to be done. Just like the EAC could have issued an advisory and told the region, support the candidate from Kenya. So SADC did give an advisory for a candidate to be supported. And what did our foreign team do? The one chaired by the Honorable Nelson Koechia. The CS said nothing. The PS went on the offensive and really castigated the SADC countries. Now, in view of what he did, I'm certain that those that eventually, when the candidate fell out, those who felt the condescending attitude of this PS would obviously vote the other way. That's basic politics. People take offense at the kind of things that you tell them.